Okay, so right now, you're struggling to lose weight, you're eating like 2 meals a day. She says, force feed yourself in the morning and eat every 3 hours after that. Does it sound like a good idea? No. What is going on, guys? Felix here and welcome to the video. This morning I was browsing the wonderful world of the internet when I saw an article online called "Why Cutting Calories is One of the Worst Things You Can Do for Weight Loss." This article was posted on Whole Life Challenge by Sophia McDermott Drysdale. According to her Instagram, she's a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu black belt and a world champ and no G world champ. I don't know what it is, but anyway, she published this article on the 20th of April 2021, so on 420. And I just want to see, do I agree with her or do I disagree? Because I've done several cuts and I've always done them by, reducing my calorie intake in some way, whether with cardio or with just reducing the amount of food I eat. So maybe I was wrong all along. It worked, but maybe there's a more simple way of doing things. So we'll see. So I'm just gonna read through the article with you, and I'm just gonna comment as we go and give my thoughts on the subject. Do I agree? Do I disagree? Oh, and before we start, just a little disclaimer. I've walked for like 6 miles today. I got a really bad sunburn. I just did a full pull day at the gym with heavy deadlifts and like cardio, and I'm on a cut on top of that, so I might die while doing this video. Just keep that in mind. But anyway, let's do this. Why cutting calories is one of the worst things you can do for weight loss. For the last 15 years, I have been writing tailored diets for my clients, both online and in person, and the majority of my weight loss clients have been women who have come to me after trying almost everything: thermogenics, diet pills, grapefruit diets, ketogenic diets, skipping meals, and so on. Okay, so this is everything. Like, they have not even tried a calorie deficit. They tried keto, grapefruit diet, diet pills, but, they didn't even try just a simple calorie deficit. Anyway, to cut a long story short, the main theme that runs throughout all of these women's lives is that most aren't eating enough, period. So she's gonna say that you need to eat more to lose weight, probably. As of now, I'm just gonna give the benefit of the doubt, but I feel like I'm gonna be disagreeing with her. Is cutting calories and exercising more really the correct answer? Most of us as trainers are taught the simplistic notion that input versus output is the key to weight loss. Yeah, it is. Basically, you must burn off more than you eat. This idea may work for someone who has not spent years yo-yo dieting, destroyed their metabolism in the process, or for clients who eat a surplus of calories while sitting on the couch doing nothing. But that likely doesn't describe most of you. Most of you are probably female, okay, are reasonably active, don't stuff your face with junk food, and aren't morbidly obese. Okay, I have a couple things to say on that. So, yeah, yo-yo dieting can destroy your metabolism, just like dieting can destroy your metabolism. When I go like sub 10% body fat, my metabolism always crashes a little bit, it slows down. Your body does not want you to die, okay? So it's going to slow down your metabolism just so you can burn less calories doing pretty much everything during your day. But how do you overcome that? Well, you eat less calories, okay? So if your metabolism slows down, just eat less and you will still be in a deficit. I just like the fact that she says, most of you are, reasonably active and don't stuff your face with junk food. Most of the people I've trained, most of the people I've made plans for, were not eating a lot of junk food. But the problem is, they actually thought they were doing the right thing because they were eating healthy, but they were still in a calorie surplus at the end of the day. Like, if you eat a lot of nuts, lots of avocados, lots of, pasta, lots of cheese, lots of, it's not bad for you. It's actually super healthy compared to McDonald's, but it's still super high in calories. So even if you're eating healthy, you can still be fat. Eating healthy and eating for weight loss is two completely different things. I see a lot of women just like you. The reality of the situation is that these women are half-starved with metabolism crawling along at snail's pace. I really don't agree with that. Like, this is one of the problems. Like, if your client has, doesn't eat lots of junk food, but still has a diet that's high in calorie, don't just tell them to eat like half of what they eat. Like, come on, you don't do that, okay? You try to reduce the number of calories they're eating, but to keep the volume the same. So they won't be starving. They will still be eating a lot, maybe even more than what they were eating before, so they won't really feel like they're dieting. Therefore, this notion of cutting calories and exercising more doesn't apply. Yeah, it fucking does. In fact, it is the concept that has put these ladies, and possibly you, in this situation in the first place. They have denied their body the calories and nutrients they need in an unrewarded effort to shed those stubborn 10 to 20 pounds. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, if you just eat half of what you were eating before, of course you will feel bad. Of course you will miss some kind of nutrients, some kind of micro or macronutrients. But if you're just eating healthy, with lots of low calorie dense food like fruits and vegetables, you will feel great. You will have everything you need and you will be full pretty much all the time. Why cutting calories is so bad? Let's see. Continued dieting based on calorie cutting causes your metabolic rate to slow down. The metabolic rate is the rate at which your body burns calories for energy. When you are in a prolonged state of calorie restriction, instead of using up your fuel for all your bodily functions, your body stores incoming calories since it thinks it is starving and it wants to save every last calorie for survival. Okay, if you diet long enough, your body will go into this kind of starvation mode, okay? But you can't store fat if you don't eat in a calorie surplus, okay? What your body will actually do if you're in a deficit, it will just reduce the amount of calories you're burning. So it's not because you're eating too little and your body's in starvation mode that you're gaining fat. Like, come on. Like, you can't create fat without energy. You can't break the laws of thermodynamics, okay? So it's dumb, okay? You're not fat because you're eating too little, okay? The worst case scenario, if someone really like undereats and their metabolism goes really, really down, their body will just start burning muscle as well as fat. Okay, so yeah, many basic biological functions also slow or shut down under prolonged calorie restrictions, such as healing from cuts and bruises, hair growth, or nail growth. In addition, you wind up with compromised immune function that can lead to an inability to fight off infections and viruses, limited ability to filter toxins from the body, lethargy and low energy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so yeah, sure. But all of this happen if you're like anorexic. Like, if you just eat normally in a calorie deficit, you will be fucking great, okay? You don't need to starve yourself. You can still eat plenty and lose weight. I don't know where she's coming from. She thinks that, being in calorie deficit means you're starving yourself. No. Blah, blah, blah. This concept is so widespread yet so dangerous. If you continue with cutting calories, then you are just causing more damage to your body. Overcoming the gradual weight gain that occurs from having such a slow metabolism by doing more and more exercise and eating even less becomes a never-ending and downward spiral that leads to long-term weight gain, muscle loss, and an impaired immune system. Is any of this sounding familiar? Well, I don't see where, that would spiral to a long-term weight gain. You're in a calorie deficit. Knowing what to eat, how much to eat, and when to eat can enable you to make better choices, to create a lifelong nutrition plan that will allow you to achieve a healthy weight. Okay, so number 1, always eat breakfast. I can't wait to read that one. So one of the keys to maintaining a trim body is to start the day off with a good hearty meal in the morning. Okay, you see, well, I'm just gonna finish the paragraph. Even if you have to work early, wake up 30 minutes earlier to make the time for breakfast. A good nutritious breakfast is the best way to kickstart your metabolism for the rest of the day. It creates the benchmark for the rate at which your body will be burning calories for that day. If you are not hungry in the mornings, then force feed yourself. Force feed yourself? For real? You suggest people to force feed themselves? Okay, so, all right. The thing is, breakfast is the first meal of the day. This is the meal that's going to break your fast. And I agree that this meal is really important, but you don't have to take it necessarily in the morning. Eating multiple meals a day is ideal, okay? Like, mostly if you're a powerlifter or a bodybuilder and you want to spike protein synthesis as much as you can, yeah, eating every, whatever hours is a good way of doing it, and to ensure that you don't lose muscle in a severe calorie deficit or just to create more muscle. But if you're someone who's not hungry in the morning, don't force feed yourself. Like, some people are just not hungry in the morning, and you can still have a fucking decent shape even if you're not eating in the morning. Just think about Gregor Gallagher from Kino Body. That guy's whole diet revolves around intermittent fasting, so he does not eat in the morning, and still he looks awesome. But honestly, okay, you should never force feed yourself or starve yourself for that matter, okay? Just think about it. Like, if you're someone who's struggling with their weight and you're eating like 2 meals a day, you're not eating breakfast, and you're overweight only because of those 2 meals, and that girl just tells you to force feed yourself to eat breakfast in the morning. Like, you're just going to add 1 meal on top of that. You're going to gain weight faster. That's fucking dumb. Okay, anyways, your lack of appetite is just a sign your metabolism is slow and your body is adapted to years of deprived calorie intake. No, not at all, okay? If you're lean enough, you're hungry all the fucking time, okay? Most people who are not hungry in the morning are too fat, actually, okay? Their fat cells are so filled that their body is like, no, stop eating, please. Don't get fatter. It's not healthy for you. So they're not as hungry as someone who's, like 3% body fat. There is no way that after hours with no food during the night that your body does not require calories when you wake. Yeah, it fucking can. Over time, once your metabolism increases, you will still notice that you are once again hungry for breakfast in the mornings. It's just a question of habit. Honestly. Eat every 3 hours or so, even if it's just a snack. Okay, so right now, you're struggling to lose weight, you're eating like 2 meals a day. She says, force feed yourself in the fucking morning and eat every 3 hours after that. Does it sound like a good idea? No. Another key to losing weight is keeping it off to feed your body constantly, roughly every 3 hours, even if it's just a snack. When your body recognizes it's getting the calories it needs, it stays in the burning mode instead of storing mode. Yeah, not really. Skipping meals or not eating enough of the right types of food keeps your stress hormones such as insulin and cortisol elevated because your body thinks it's experiencing a famine. Therefore, instead of utilizing the calories consumed, your body will store them. Okay, so just like I said, it's better to eat multiple meals a day rather than one. Okay, I don't advise anyone doing intermittent fasting or OMAD or whatever, but for some people, that's what works with their lifestyle, with the way they like doing things. Just like Gregor Gallagher, intermittent fasting is something that works for him. It clearly does not work for me, okay? I'm super hungry in the morning, but some other people are not. So it's not because you're eating every 3 hours that your body stays in burning mode, okay? Instead of storing mode. What are those, okay? If you're in a calorie surplus, even if you're eating every 3 hours, you will gain fat anyway. Consume the majority of your calories in the first half of the day. Think of your body like a furnace. The more fuel you feed it, the more fuel it will burn, and the more powerful the engine will be. Thinking that way, it makes sense to feed your body more in the first half of the day. This keeps your metabolism elevated and gives you the energy to get through your daily task. Okay, so I kind of agree with it, because this is something I personally do. I'm not eating necessarily half my calories, in the first few hours, but usually the breakfast is my biggest meal of the day for 2 reasons. I love breakfast, it's my favorite meal of the day, and also I feel like I'm more full throughout the day. There's a saying that says eat like a king for breakfast, eat like a queen for lunch, and eat like a pawn for dinner. It's something like that. But yeah, your body, if you give enough calories to your body in the first half of the day, you will be less hungry at night. That's just how it works. Your body is not dumb. But again, that does not work for everyone. Okay, so the mistake a lot of people make is that they don't eat enough throughout the day, and then at night they sit down to a big meal only to go to bed with a belly full of food that they can't burn off. Okay, so that's fucking bullshit. Okay, even if you're having only one meal a day and you're having it at night, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're in a calorie deficit at the end of the day, you will still burn those calories. Okay, some people say, oh, you should not eat after 6 p.m. That's complete bullshit. Okay, when you're sleeping, you're burning calories. You are repairing your body from all the things you've done throughout the day. Like, you're burning a ton of calories just by sleeping. Throughout the day, the metabolism slows down to deal with the lack of calories, and then at night it is bombarded with calories it cannot expand. And this is a recipe for weight gain. No, again, no. Drink plenty of water. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so drinking a lot of water will just make you more full during the day because it stretches your stomach, so your body thinks it has a lot of food in it, but it doesn't. So you will feel more full, and also your body needs some energy to heat that water inside of you to make sure it doesn't die from hypothermia. So just by heating this water, well, your body will burn more calories. The conclusion on cutting calories: eat lots of the right stuff. Eating less may indeed make you lose weight, but it does not make you lose body fat. If you want to be skinny fat, have lots of wobbly bits, be constantly tired and lethargic, and feel on the brink of being sick, then by all means eat less. But if you want to be strong, healthy, energetic, and toned with a firm body that carries plenty of fuel, burning muscle, then eat lots, but eat the right stuff. Yeah, but cutting calories does not mean eating less. I feel like she just does not understand what cutting calories means. In the conclusion, I feel like I understand what she tried to say. I think she just doesn't really know what cutting calories is. Cutting calories does not mean that you need to eat less. Okay, you can eat a lot of food, high volume with low calorie. Just watch any full day of eating by someone who's cutting on YouTube. You will see, they eat a lot, but they eat a lot of low calorie dense food. Eating less calories does not mean that you eat less. Okay, so I think she just means to eat low calorie dense stuff, but she just I think the wording is not good. I don't know, because I felt like she was saying that you should just eat more throughout the video, but that's not how it works. So I'm looking at the author's Instagram right now. She has 16,000 followers. She's Australian, and so I don't know how old she is. She looks, kind of old, but she has, a really, really good shape, as I can see. She's in fucking good shape. But it's not because let's say she's implying that you gotta eat more. It's not because it works for her that's gonna work for you necessarily. Okay? So I'm telling you, this article is complete bullshit. Okay? It's not by eating more that you're going to lose weight. You're never fat because you're not eating enough. Okay, you're fat because you're eating too much calories. But anyway, guys, that was it for today. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It's free. You can always unsubscribe if you don't get your money's worth. I don't know. So, we'll see you guys in the next one.